Miss Betke, why don't you come up here and have a seat? Hello, booking. Judge Middleton calling. I waited until we were ready. We need to see Jeffrey Gibson by Zoom for a landlord-tenant hearing. All right, thanks. Bye. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Judge, this is my neighbor, Mr. Zimmerman. He has dealings with Jeff also.
Okay.
And the last time we were in here, Jeff made a statement that he bought 2 cars from Mr. Zimmerman, and that was not true.
All right.
And when I called Mr. Zimmerman and told him, he was upset about it. He said that was totally wrong. And he wanted to come today.
Well, you're welcome to be here, sir. It's a public proceeding and anybody can come in the courtroom. I broadcast these on YouTube, so if people want to watch it that way, but certainly in the old days, everything was done in the courtroom and the only people that saw it were the 2 or 3 people that were here, for good or for ill. When we get Mr. Gibson in here, we'll give a little update on what's been going on in his world.
Can I ask you, have you been laying out in the sun?
I've been standing in Sarasota Bay watching my granddaughters play in the sand.
I see.
I was in Siesta Key for 10 days.
I go to the tanner, but I see you've got the little white circles under your eyes
Yeah,
like I
raccoon
do too.
eyes. No, I got this the good old fashioned way, making sand castles and I don't like to put sunblock on my face, and that's my shortcoming. Although by the time we got back, it's actually been starting to get nice here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't nice when I was gone, but it was certainly nice.
You were gone, what, a couple weeks?
I was gone 6 working days.
Oh, I see. The only time I've been to Florida, it was in Sarasota. And I liked it.
Well, Sarasota is a nice town. It's very crowded. All of Florida right now is very crowded, but I get to where I'm going and I stay there. Stay up till almost 9 o'clock. Playing with little kids all day tends to tire me out. All right, Mr. Gibson, the man, they had to wake him up. He knew about this hearing, but I don't think the jail staff did.
I called the prosecuting attorney's office the other day, and because there was supposed to be a meeting, a different case with Mr. Gibson.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when he comes in the room. If I call, this happened just the other day, if I call an hour early and say, I'm going to need Mr. Gibson at 2:10, they forget. So I call at 2 and say I need him at 2:10. Yesterday, they got caught up in something else in the 10 minutes. So I sat here for 17 minutes and then I called again and they said, oh, we're sorry, we got caught up with something. So the jail staff is busy, but it's easier to do a Zoom connection than to put them in a car and drive them over here. Yeah. It's also safer. Our lockup back there is woefully inadequate. So we'll just wait.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gibson.
Good afternoon.
This is Judge Middleton again. This is a continuation of the landlord-tenant case. Title of the case is Roberta Betke versus Jeffrey Gibson. File number is 25580. This was filed as a termination of tenancy action, and we were here previously on April 7th. The matter was adjourned for about, how long is that? 17 days or so, because I was gone on a vacation. So we set for today. Mr. Gibson, in the meantime, we knew this at the time, he had a trial pending in circuit court. And earlier this week, he was convicted of a couple of firearm charges and is pending sentence in circuit court. Mr. Gibson asked me at our last hearing if I could let him out of jail to take care of this stuff. And I didn't have the authority to do it. After the conviction, I talked with Judge Stutzman, advised him we had this hearing today. He advised me he canceled Mr. Gibson's bond in light of the convictions, and he wasn't eligible to bond out. So Miss Betke is still asking for her property back and for you to return, get your stuff off of there. Mr. Gibson, I know it's difficult to do anything while you're incarcerated. Have you had any progress in removing your stuff?
I'm in jail, sir. How can I move anything? I can't get a hold of anybody. That's why I asked you from the get-go if I could take care of all this stuff. Now I'm gonna lose everything because you revoked my bond. When I had a bond, I could have bonded out and took care of all this stuff.
Well, once the matter was
that.
bound
Thanks
over
a
to
lot.
circuit. Well,
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's all my fault.
I'm
Continue to
asking for a
contact
jury
people
trial.
after.
I'm asking for a jury trial. Go ahead, I guess. I'm asking for a jury trial on this as well, and if you could waive my my fee, my $50 fee, because I'm
Yes,
incarcerated.
It's too late for that. You have to do that within 5 days of the hearing, the first hearing. So, so I'm gonna grant her the relief she asked for. I find after hearing, you have 10 days to remove your property. That's May 12th. Excuse me.
Just lost everything. Appreciate that.
Yeah, okay.
That's what you get for being good to people, or people who know people. You know what I mean?
I guess
That's
so.
what you get.
You have until May 5th to appeal this. In addition to the case that you just had, you have, I think, 2 more cases pending in circuit court. Somehow this is my fault and not yours. At any rate, she wants you to vacate. I've given you 10 days to get a hold of your brother or somebody and see if they can get any of this stuff out of there.
Have you
10 days to appeal this.
Has anything been moved at all that you know of?
Miss Betke, is everything still there?
His 4-wheeler was taken by his niece, and the Zion, the car he was driving, was taken. And at the last time we were here, Mr. Gibson had made some type of a statement that he had some paper notarized saying that they were going to take this stuff. I never seen any paper. Nobody showed me anything. In fact, the car was just, she came about the 4-wheeler and her boyfriend came, and I don't know where he got the keys, but he got in and he took the car without saying a thing.
Well, I gave him permission to do that.
All right, very good, very good. All right, I don't have to like this, I don't, but it is what it is. I'll send you a copy.
I mean, my point is, can you ask her if she can give them a reasonable amount of time to get the stuff out there, and maybe she can contact my family or whatever, because I can't get a hold of anybody.
I understand. Miss Betke, you can ask for eviction on or after May 12th, excuse me, May 5th, but you don't have to ask for the writ for 56 days. Might make more sense to give the family time to get this stuff off of there than have the sheriff come and make a big mess pulling everything out of there. So you can come back after May 5th with $15 and ask for a writ of eviction, but you don't have to. You have 56 days from today, which would be sometime in June, to ask for that. And it might make more sense to let his family try to come get his property.
His family has been very well aware of all of this, and nobody seems to be making anything except for what they wanted.
Yes. All right, I don't
My,
have,
my yard is a mess from him. I have no grass. I have,
all right, well, if
I
you want
have
to ask
junk
for
all over my
it after
yard.
May 5th, they can pursue it. All right, Mr. Gibson, that's all I got.
Sir, are there any way?
If you go out to the counter, I'll give you a copy of this order.
Okay, is there any way that, Mr. Zimmerman can say what he wanted to while he was here?
It isn't relevant to this landlord-tenant case. It had to do with some cars or something Mr. Gibson was talking about, but Mr. Gibson isn't here because I just removed him. But
Mr. Gibson made the point that he paid for those cars and he did not.
All
And
right.
Mr. Zimmerman wants those cars back.
well, then that's up to you guys.
Okay,
All right, go out to the counter and get a copy of this, and you're good to go. Thank you for your patience.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Also, there's money and stuff that he owes me for things.
Yes, if you wish to file a claim for money damages, you can do that. He isn't gonna be in a position to pay any money.
Yes.
He's likely to get a prison sentence. So you can pursue that if you wish to. You could, let me see, I don't think you paid the fee for supplemental damages.
Well, just.
Yes, you did pay the fee for supplemental damages.
and
So
then-
once all the stuff is removed and you have the total bill, you can ask for a hearing for damages, but he isn't gonna be able to pay anything. He doesn't have any money. He's in jail and he's gonna be there for a while. But you do have the right to ask for a hearing on it.
All right, the car that was taken without anybody saying anything, Mr. Gibson just put a new radiator in
All right, I
on
don't-
that.
He's not here anymore, so I don't want to talk about this stuff outside his
Oh, all right,
presence.
well, I
All
just
right.
got the bill for that radiator.
Well,
But I
you
don't
can
have the
file a
car.
bill for money damages, whether you can collect or not is an open question. Probably not very well.
Well, is there any way I can get the car back?
You have to have the title.
He doesn't have the title, as far as I know, for either one of them.
Well, you don't have it either, so whoever owns
But
it,
he talked Mr. Zimmerman into signing the titles. And then he never pursued it as far as getting them registered. He drove around for 2-3 months without a license.
all right,
without
again, he's not
insurance.
here anymore. I don't want to talk about it ex parte. So this matter is complicated and you're got a big messy yard with a bunch of stuff in it. All right, go out to the counter and get that order, and then I wish you the best, but this is not over. It's gonna probably take all summer to get this resolved.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. These are Dorinda Brumfield's rent receipts. I tried to give them back to her, but she got out of here. So I want to keep them with the file because there's gonna be a money damage hearing
Okay.
at some point. She claims that she paid the rent. All right, that is all we got here today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was something.
In this continued landlord-tenant hearing, Roberta Betke versus Jeffrey Gibson, Judge Middleton reconvened the case previously adjourned because of his vacation in Gibson's pending felony trial. By this hearing, Gibson had been convicted of multiple firearm charges, making him ineligible for bond. The circuit judge canceled his bond and he remained jailed. Ms. Betke sought possession of her property and removal of Gibson's belongings, but Gibson argued he could not move anything while incarcerated and blamed the court for his inability to bond out earlier. The judge reminded him he had no legal authority to release him and rejected Gibson's late request for a jury trial because it was not filed within the required 5-day window after the first hearing. The court then granted Ms. Becky's request, giving Gibson 10 days until May 12th to have family remove his property, noting that she may file for eviction after May 5th, though she has 56 days to request the writ if she chooses to wait. Ms. Betke explained some items, like a four-wheeler and a car, were already removed by Gibson's relatives without notice, and her yard remained a mess. The judge advised her to allow the family time to retrieve remaining property to avoid the sheriff dumping everything during an eviction. He also reminded her that although she may file for money damages, collection will be difficult since Gibson is jailed and likely facing prison time. Lastly, concerns about missing car titles and debts owed were deferred because Gibson was no longer present and the judge refused to discuss such matters ex parte. The case ended with the judge issuing the order and warning that cleanup and resolution may take the entire summer. For more information, like and subscribe my channel.